When I left Colombia, I moved to Alaska and decided to go back to school and became a cultural anthropologist. I have always been interested in culture, not so much people per se, but try to understand why people do the things they do, and that's what cultural anthropology is all about. There in Alaska, I had the opportunity to work with a group of Eskimos, Yupik, and because I have always been interested in dance and movement, I did dance ethnography of their dances, and we ended up doing an exchange with a troupe of samba from Brazil. Nobody had done dance ethnography on Yupik dances, so it was kind of a pioneer study of their movement.
Adriana Páramo, an incredible novelist who I just found out is a distant relative of mine. She is the sister of my great uncle, Hernán Páramo.
Mi mamá murió. Y la muerte de mi mamá marcó la muerte de otras cosas, pero fue la muerte de mi mamá realmente la que originó los dos libros. Una mujer sin educación, con 6 hijas, sola, de ciudad en ciudad, tratando de educarnos, tratando de volvernos mujeres decentes, productivas, felices.
And for me, it was important. It shows her native tongue, it shows her passion. Her books are not only about the fact that her mother died and the effect that that had on her, which was obviously impactful, but also about how that helped her become the writer that she is today.
My writing process. I had terrible writing habits. Usually I do not start writing until I have a very good idea of how the story is going to flow. When I sit down to write, the story is already pretty much all formatted in my head. Whatever happened to desert butterflies? Okay, so this has something, the fate of that story has something to do with my writing process. I usually write in standalone chapters, and although the book hasn't been published as a book, 90% of the chapters have been published as standalones.
You know when you own what you write, you know it. When you open the manuscript and you read this piece and you can hear yourself and you know that it comes from the heart, you find your own voice. Just open yourself. Just open yourself and just take it all in. You can get squeamish when you're in your panties, willing to put yourself on the page, naked and vulnerable. Writing about it and coming to terms with the fact that I was not part of anyone's plan.
Reflecting on this, I found myself in the research that I discovered from my great aunt. She is someone who is very in tune with herself, and she went to all of these incredible countries, did the work, and went into the field. It's something that I've always wanted to do. I've always been really passionate about culture, and the work that she is doing kind of gives me that push and that motivation that anyone truly, if you put your mind to it, is able to make your dream a realization. What I have understood and been able to discover is that you don't need to have a place for you. You create that. You recreate your story. You recreate your narrative in your own terms. And what she has been doing is that she has been giving a voice to those women that don't have it, that can't have the platform, to the Mexican women, to her mother, to the relationship that she has. As Colombian women, we strive to move forward. We bring something new. We bring something different. And that was truly evident in my research of Adriana Páramo. She didn't stop. She was in the Middle East, in a country where women are truly undermined in the worst way possible. We, as women, don't exist. We don't have a voice. Understanding that she had a similar experience that I did for me growing up in a Middle Eastern country as Saudi Arabia was, and the culture that I had to adapt to, that connection and the things that she wrote about in both of her books, and the third book that she wrote about the injustices for the women that came in, brings this whole global ideology full circle.